And look at that. My little man is upside down. G'day, I'm Pete. And today we're going to find out why flat earthers think spacesuits are fake. Flat earthers need space to be fake, and they'll go to any means to convince themselves and others. They'll use dramatic images like a collapsing rail car or thick-walled vacuum chamber as evidence. It all looks and sounds impressive, as long as you don't actually do the research.
Right? These tanker cars, they suck the air out of them and boom, they smash like this. They suck the air out and then the air molecules want to go to where there's free space. So you need to have some kind of barrier between air pressure and a vacuum, or else that happens.
So they're using this visually impressive imagery to show that you can't have a vacuum next to pressure with something so insubstantial as a spacesuit or the wall of the ISS. Now, let me show you something. I'm going to blow into this ordinary drink bottle. I think I popped something. Down there. Bunny,
What?
I think I hurt myself.
Are you making stupid videos again?
No. Okay, now I'm going to suck in on the bottle. That was effortless. See, this bottle was designed to keep pressure contained, not maintain a lower internal pressure. And that's the same as the train car and the spacesuit and the International Space Station. They're simply not designed to contain a vacuum. Flat earthers have got it the wrong way around, and those sort of videos prove nothing.
Look at the thickness of the concrete. It's got to have a steel barrier in it. And people think that people are going with cloth, hand and machine sewn, into space in 10 to the negative 6 to 10 to the negative 17 torr. If you use your brain, you won't ever think that we could have gone into space, and never could if space is indeed a vacuum like we're being told.
Well, we should take his advice and use our brains. This next video is from Paul on the Plane.
Here is a typical NASA fanboy or fangirl explanation, however, of why the ultra-high vacuum of space isn't a big deal. That when you walk out into space in your spacesuit, it will want to expand, but how strong is that pressure? It's only 1 atmosphere, so not that strong. They're specifically designed to keep the suit from ballooning out. And that, folks, is where the deception lies. NASA tells us that the air pressure on the surface of the moon is 10 to the negative 11 torr, however, and this equates to nearly negative 2 billion psi, because there is almost no back pressure at all. Not the 14 psi you will see in the comments of many videos on this subject. Do the conversion yourself, people. 10 to the negative 11 torr equates to negative pressure of 131 million atmospheres.
Funny, I thought you couldn't have negative pressure. You could get all the way down to 0 pressure, but that's it. You can't have a more vacuumy vacuum. And this, well, 10 to the positive 11 is 131 million atmospheres, but 10 to the negative 11, well, that's only a fraction of an atmosphere. Oops, flat earthers just don't understand vacuums.
And if you think the lunar module, made of a few layers of aluminum, is stronger than the Glenn Research Center vacuum chamber, and if you think the Apollo spacesuits remain flexible at 10 to the negative 11 torr and is stronger than this building, 100,000 times stronger it would have to be, then you've been successfully indoctrinated.
And this brings us to the largest vacuum chamber in NASA, the Space Power Facility.
The Space Power Facility has the world's largest space environment simulation chamber. It's a vacuum chamber that's 100-foot diameter by 122 foot tall. Nobody's built anything close to this size anywhere else in the world. We use this chamber to simulate the vacuum conditions of space, as well as the very hot and cold temperatures seen in space.
Flat Earthers are happy to point out that it has 8-foot thick walls.
The chamber was designed to withstand atmospheric pressure outside of the chamber at the same time vacuum conditions are occurring within. The concrete thickness varies from 6 to 8 feet. Again, the concrete thickness varies from 6 to 8 feet.
So what they're saying is if it takes an 8-foot thick concrete wall to maintain a vacuum, how could the walls of the space station possibly do it? But, as usual, a little research will clear that up. Now, there are dozens of vacuum chambers around the world. NASA itself has multiple vacuum chambers of varying sizes. None of the other ones have thick concrete walls, and they don't have to. But showing those ones wouldn't be a good look for flat earthers. The simple fact is that the Space Power Facility needs those walls for two main reasons: its size and its use. See, it originally was designed to test nuclear engines, although that never ended up happening. That's right, flat earthers. The wall thickness has nothing to do with just maintaining a vacuum. It's an explosive and radiological barrier. At least now, there's a facility where they can safely carry out high-risk activities, such as testing pyrotechnic devices, combustion testing, hypergolic ignition. You know, flat earthers. Things like this, that go boom